Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Nanyacim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash the subscribe button, turn on the notifications so you get notified each time I upload. And please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you, and I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you for always coming back to watch my videos and subscribing. Yeah, you all are the real MVPs. So today we'll be talking about something that just popped up on my feed, and I was like, I am definitely bringing this here so we all can talk about it. And this is actually the messages the media send about Black folks, right? And what they are saying is that Black people are dangerous to them, white people, all right? And that Black people are supposed to they are supposed to be kept kind of far away from them because they are victims, and this is just something I really do not understand, right? And I am gonna roll the clip right away so we all can hear that and then come back to talk about it. Let's go check this out.
Those messages are that Black men are dangerous because if you look at the news, there have been studies on this. Local news overrepresents Black folks as perpetrators, overrepresents white folks as victims. So the message that gets sent is they're dangerous, and specifically to you. They are not only bad people, they're going to hurt you. So therefore, we want to keep them on that side of town. We want to keep their children in those schools over there. We don't want to work around them. We don't want to live around them, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that message comes through loud and clear in the way that media represents people of color. You know, whenever thinking about Tamir Rice, the 12-year-old child that was shot in Cleveland by police, when that happened, what did they do? The first news story in Cleveland that made a big splash was about Tamir Rice's parents and the history of domestic abuse and criminality among his parents, not about the cop that killed him. We talk worse about Black victims than we do white killers. What did we say about Ted Bundy? Oh, he was so smart and he was so quiet and he always seemed so nice. Every time one of these white boys goes and shoots up a school, what do we say? We had no idea he was going to do this. So we talk better. We have more sympathy for white folks who commit mass murder, bury bodies under the house, cook them up in a soup pot and eat them, right? Than we do Black folks who were killed by police. We start digging for every bad thing they ever did. We want to know if they had a juvenile record. We want to know if they'd ever been arrested. That's what the media does. And until that changes, I'm afraid white folks will stay in denial, and it'll be very hard for us to move forward, whether we're talking about cops or just average everyday folks.
All right, so we are going into the stitches straight up because I really cannot wait. And yeah, stay close to the screen. Let's get into the stitches and see what people are talking about this. So here we go.
Those messages are that Black men are dangerous because if you look at the news, there have been studies on this.
This just further validates my point that if the goddamn media would shut the fuck up about the motherfucking racism, there wouldn't be so goddamn much racism anymore. Go watch the video. You'll see what I'm saying. You'll see they keep bringing up mainstream media. They keep bringing up the news. They keep bringing up TV. It's because they're the one fucking pushing this shit. It's fucking propaganda. Kill your TV. Now that I've said those three words, they're probably not going to show this video to anybody, and I'll probably get like 2 or 3 likes. Probably get 15 views.
Men are dangerous because if you look at the news, there have been studies on this.
Hey, a quick fix. I ain't gonna say a quick fix. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. But a fix, a slight fix. For all the people that's racist, I think they should register like sex offenders. And then pop up on the watch like, yeah, dude, he a racist, he woo, wop. And they should have a little slight charge and all that shit. You gotta build a history just like they do when they start building your criminal history. Every time you do something, every time the police arrest you for whatever, stealing, drugs, whatever, I think you should do the same thing with racist people. And that'll stop a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Or it can prevent a lot of stuff from happening because now they registered, they gotta register. Every time they don't register, they get in trouble. They gotta go to jail. They gotta do all that. That'll kill a lot of shit. A lot of shit with a lot of motherfuckers. I ain't gonna say it'll stop it, but it'll hinder it tremendously. Very quick. When they know you gotta register for being a racist. That shit be hella funny. But you gotta register. I don't give a fuck what color you is. You just gotta register. And that'll kill all that. Then it'll let the people you living around see who they living around. You know, slight fix. A slight fix. It ain't gonna solve a whole bunch of shit. But it'll be a step towards it. At least you know who you living around. All the police, all that. You gotta register. Every time they post something online, it's racist or it was funny, it's this and that, and woo, wow. And the motherfucker file on their head. Oh, nah, we ain't gonna do that. No. Come here, let me holler at you. Let me give you this work. That'll kill all that. Just my thoughts, you know.
Those messages are that black men are dangerous because if you look at the news, there have been studies on this. Local.
Been saying it for a long time. The media is corrupt. They lie. They cheat. They steal. They're worse than politicians. It's the only job that you can hold and be a weather reporter, completely lie, and keep your job. Media does not like to retract what they say because they don't want to be seen as wrong, even though that about 95% of what they say should be retracted. And they should apologize for what they say and how they say things, because these are people who are professionals reading off of a teleprompter, being told what to say, and like idiots, they go off script and say how they feel. So, we know who the true problem is. We need to fix that.
Look, those messages are that black men are dangerous because if you look at the news, there have been studies on this. Local news overrepresents black folks as perpetrators, overrepresents white folks as victims.
I want to read something to y'all from a book that I'm reading, and it's called The Voice of the Negro. But when I watch you duet the videos of the Black history and the faces that you make, the proudness that I see, the breaths that you take, it makes me feel good, and I love seeing it, and it makes me want to do it more. Because I feel like this is what you need to see and what you have been missing. So I'm going to read this to you, and I'm going to tell you why I believe you've been missing this. First, this is the book, and you can get it on Kindle for $9.99. In this way, a white editor accepts a grave responsibility. He bars the masses of his race from the real thought of a black man. He cuts out the approach to the only bridge that the white masses have to cross to the opinion of black folk that is really worthwhile. In fact, the white newspaper really holds a mandatory over what the white masses shall know about the Negro. And in the handling of this great responsibility, they have erred greatly. If you were to headline the crime of every white man who was a redhead in the daily paper for 6 months, you would have the average citizen walking off the sidewalk, walking around all the redheaded people that they meet. Center on a particular class and say, this redhead man did this, and this redhead woman did that, and in 6 months, you will have it in all the minds of the average person that the redheaded people are vile and corrupt creatures. In the press of America, all that the Negro gets is headlines for his faults. Big burly black brute does this, and huge black Negro fiend does that. This is the advertisement and the only sort of introduction that the Negro daily gets to white masses. The slightest offense or infraction of the law is sufficient to put the black man on the front page. The Negro's real heart and virtue rarely ever is exposed to America. We have a right to proper representation before the bar of public opinion, but we have not had it. If this conference work of Governor Robinson is carried through to the point where it ought to be, there will come a change that will lift the black man in the estimation of those who do not know that we are at least human. The Black Dispatch, Oklahoma City, October 10th. This book is filled with the thoughts of these editors and how they felt after the race riots in Washington in 1919. Each one of them either started a newspaper or worked on one to change the way America portrayed the black person. And And I think we still missing that, and I think it's time to change the front page.
Those messages are that black men are dangerous because if you look at the news, there have been studies on this.
I can't speak for all black folks, but I'm pretty dangerous. Like, I don't even try to pretend to be safe. Like,
So
if you
that
fuck
is
around, you gonna find
what
out.
we have from the species, and I am going to say that not until the media, because also the media, it's part of the problem, and not until, like, and not until they are ready to change the narrative and speak the truth, because it's more like they try to cover up the truth and then show the lies about black people to the media. And it's more, I'm going to say that the media kind of control every narrative. And this really needs to go, like, viral completely. Everybody needs to see this, because for all, or like, should I say all these years, I mean, the narrative has, like, it's been like this. And people really need to know what the harm or the evil the media has been portraying, and they don't listen when we say it. How will they listen? Because the media is already showing them something else, and the other person is speaking something else. The other person is speaking something else. But I am thankful, like, he is speaking up about it, because it's been long overdue, and I bet that people that are kind of supposed to, like, hear this are the ones, like, they are gonna scroll past it and be like, oh, something like that. But then the truth needs to be told, and I am sure that some certain things are coming to light, and they will keep coming to light, and the medias, they can do better, right? Let me know what you all think in the comment section. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.